Did you know that you're likely to exert less effort in a group than when working alone? This phenomenon, my dear viewers, is called social loafing. Now let's dissect this concept a bit more. Social loafing is a fascinating psychological concept, and it's something we've all probably experienced, whether we realize it or not. It's that sneaky tendency to put in less effort when you're part of a group working towards a shared goal than when you're working individually. It's like being part of a football team where you're more likely to leave the hard tackles to your teammates while you hang back, or a group project where you let the keen beans take the lead while you coast along. Now, this doesn't mean we're all lazy. It's just that something about being in a group seems to change our individual motivation levels. Intriguing, isn't it? Let's delve into a few real-life examples to better understand this concept. Remember those dreaded group projects from school? You might have unknowingly been a victim, or dare I say, a perpetrator of social loafing. Let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Picture this, it's history class and the teacher announces a group project on World War II. Your group consists of 5 members. You and your friend, let's call her Jane, immediately dive into the research, creating timelines, sourcing images, and drafting the presentation. Meanwhile, the other 3 members of your group seem to have disappeared into thin air. Days turn into weeks. And as the deadline looms closer, it becomes clear that Jane and you are the only ones invested in the project. The others? Well, they've mastered the art of riding along, contributing just enough not to get noticed, but not enough to make a difference. This, dear listeners, is a classic example of social loafing. It's not just in classrooms that we see social loafing, it's prevalent in workplaces too. Imagine an office setting, a team assigned to complete a project. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Picture this, a bustling office space, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafting through the air, the persistent tapping of keyboards punctuating the hum of conversation. You're part of a team working on a crucial project, but there's a twist. When you're alone, you're a dynamo, a powerhouse of productivity. But put you in a group and suddenly your output dips. This isn't laziness or a lack of motivation. It's a phenomenon known as social loafing. It's like when you're in a choir and you sing a bit softer because you think your voice will be drowned out by the others. In an office setting, you might think your individual contribution won't be noticed within the larger group effort, leading you to unconsciously put less effort into the task. So, we've seen social loafing in schools and offices, but can it also occur in our daily lives outside these settings? Absolutely. Let's take a simple scenario. Cleaning up after a family dinner. Ever noticed how some family members conveniently disappear when it's time to do the dishes? Yes, that's right. That's social loafing in action, right there in your kitchen. It's not just confined to classrooms and workplaces, it's a part of our everyday life. Imagine a family dinner. Plates are empty, laughter echoes, and it's time to clean up. Suddenly, Aunt Sally needs to make a call. Cousin Jack remembers an urgent email, and your sibling has a sudden interest in the evening news. Sounds familiar? That's because we've all been either the victims or the perpetrators of this social phenomenon. It's not about being lazy or careless. It's a psychological trait that makes us less likely to put in effort when in a group. We assume someone else will pick up the slack, and we're off the hook. So, social loafing seems to be a pervasive part of our lives, but why does it happen, and can we counteract it? Social loafing stems from the belief that one's efforts are less noticeable in a group, leading to a perceived lack of accountability. It's a bit like being a single star in a vast night sky, feeling small and insignificant. But remember, every star adds to the brilliance of the galaxy. Now let's talk about how we can overcome this social loafing. A key strategy is establishing individual accountability. Think of it like a spotlight on a stage. When you know you're the one in the spotlight, you're more likely to perform your best. Setting clear goals is another effective way to tackle this issue. Goals act as a guiding light, giving direction and purpose. They provide a clear map and make it easier to track progress and recognize individual contributions. Fostering a strong group identity also helps. When we feel a sense of belonging and identify strongly with a group, we're less likely to slack off and more likely to pitch in. So, next time you find yourself in a group setting, remember the concept of social loafing and strive to give your best effort, because every contribution counts.